Hello, my beautiful rainbow children. Welcome back to the Gray Say There's a Better Way, my program about my communication with the Gray on a telepathic level and our plans for the future of humanity. Don't be afraid of that statement because the Gray are our parent race. We are hybrid Gray. Our brains and bodies contain the DNA of the Gray. 1%. But 1% of their complete genome, allowing us to evolve into a unique version of ourselves. But that 1% is all it takes to advance into this better human. And that is ultimately what the Gray and I are seeking to do. Now, in my last episode, I brought us right up to this moment in time. And this is that pivotal moment where everything changes. But we're on the cusp of it. It's like we don't know when this event is going to occur. But we do know that this is going to play out according to prophecy. Because the stage is set. The actors are all in their respective positions. So, the world is ready, the stage, for the Messiah to appear. The Savior, the Zion of the Most High God of Israel. That's who I am, the Zion of the Most High God of Israel, the designated prophetic prophet who speaks on behalf of the Gray at the end of the social day of this society. And now that the stage is set, it's time to begin. Now, the prophecy of Israel is the foundation upon which first contact is based. We are instructed by the prophecy of the Bible or Torah or Quran, if you will, to stage a solemn assembly made up by those who are capable of communicating with the Gray aliens, i.e. the telepathic pot-smoking community. Because that is the one thing that differentiates us from all other humans. And that is the basis of the war on drugs, which is the stage upon which we are operating here. The war on drugs was literally created by the Gray through the manipulation of certain humans at a pivotal time in our history as a direct result of the violation of the United States of America of a treaty that had been signed with the Gray. So, the American government and all of those who followed with them signed an agreement, a contract, with the Greys in exchange for certain technologies which would advance the human race. The government was to allow the Gray to contact certain persons who had the correct genome to become Gray telepaths. But the government decided, no, we're going to have our soldiers do this. Not the people that you want that are actually capable of becoming what you want them to become. We're going to give you our soldiers. You're going to make them super soldiers. And we're going to advance the agenda of the government with your technology. And they did that. Broke the contract by creating nuclear weapons instead of nuclear power plants. Let it be known that was the thing that condemned the United States of America, was the creation of the nuclear bomb. They did not need it to win World War II. Point blank period. It should have never been done. It was not allowed. And so, after America set in motion all that which would lead to the atomic bomb and violated the treaty, the Grey initiated the prophecy of Israel, as foretold by the King James Version of the Holy Bible. That was always the plan. So, the Grey introduced the use of marijuana into the general public through the war on drugs. Prior to that day, in 1939, when the propaganda began to be projected through the media, nobody on this planet had the slightest interest in marijuana. But as soon as the war on drugs was enacted, then every rebel soul in the world found their truth, marijuana. And by partaking of the sacred marijuana plant, which comes from the home world of the Grey, God, we evolved into a new form of human, a telepathic human, capable of communicating with the Grey, capable of operating the Grey technologies, the technologies that humans are not capable at this stage in their evolution to operate, the thinking computers, the interface that allows my brain to connect with my computers so that we operate on a thought form basis, what we call quantum. It's actually a step up from the quantum concept of computers. And all of this has been set in motion through the war on drugs. Now, the war on drugs was created to advertise marijuana use, introduce it back into the general population so that those who are geared towards that way of life would find their way to it, and thus evolve unknowingly into this telepathic human. And now that we have had sufficient time to evolve, we are capable, we are telepathics now. We are telepaths now. If you have gotten high for more than 10 years straight, believe me, you're a telepath. And we are under the gun. Black Lives Matter is a direct result of the war on drugs. It is the beginning of the march for freedom of the drug users. It is the drug users' families standing up and saying, look, you're killing my kids. And they do drugs. But they still matter. They do matter. They matter more than the world could ever imagine. Because we are an advanced form of human. A telepathic human, capable of communicating with the universe and all those who inhabit it. No, we are not alone. And if we want to have contact with those aliens that we see flying around in those UFOs, all we have to do is go camping. All we have to do is pack our bags, everything we own, following in the footsteps of Israel when it exited from Egypt. We pack our bags and we go camping. We go and strike against the oppression that is the war on drugs and corporate American way of life. Money for everything and nothing for free. So we pack our bags, trust in our telepathy, our God, our Grey friends, who are waiting for us to contact them in sufficient numbers to justify entering our atmosphere openly. So we're going to stage a camp-out strike against the war on drugs, police brutality, the 1% corporate American way of life, and the corruption of the government. All of that rolled into one. We're going to stage it as a camp-out protest strike in kind of like Mahatma Gandhi did. The entire nation going on strikes at once. All fields, all people. Everybody who gets high, everybody who's poor, everybody who needs, who wants change. I'm talking Black Lives Matter and Trumpists. Doesn't matter which side of the line you're on. That's why I call you my rainbow people. Because you come from every race, creed, ethnicity, religion, um, walk of life, every profession. America is dying. Trump saw that. That was his job, and he did it very well. Now he's falling from power, and there is a void. There's no controversy, because Trump's gone and he was the controversy. So now I step into the void. Hi, my name is Zion. I am the Moses of the potheads, and I challenge Joe Biden, the United States government, and the entire world to prove that the war on drugs is justified, necessary, and should continue. Because I know the facts, and none of that is true. We are not a problem. We are the solution to the problem, which is money. Money is the problem, not drugs. We get rid of money, we get rid of every problem in America. And the gray, my God, has shown me, taught me, imagined me a new form of government based on their form of government, tried and true through eons of practice. And I am ready to champion the cause of the drug user, the minorities, the poor, the homeless, against corporate America, the moneyed, the powerful, because their power is nothing but a line of shit. Bullshit. We are their power. We allow them to dictate to us our lives. And all we have to do to stop the corruption is to walk away. So, let's go camping. Because if you will pack up all your bags, go to the grocery store, go to the produce aisle, and get get a bunch of everything that you can from it. Take what you can for about 10 days, 2 weeks worth of food, a month worth of food if you can afford it. Pack your bags, go camping with me. The first thing you're going to do when we get to camp, set up your camp, take all of your vegetables that you've bought. As you eat them, plant the remains. It's like there are programs on the internet that teach you how to do this. In 10 days, you can have food that you can eat, growing at your campsite. We can pool our resources together, get ourselves a herd of cows so that we can have meat, pigs, chickens, the whole ball of wax. We can pool our resources together, and through camping, we can stand up and win our freedom and hold a solemn assembly when we do so, and the gray will come. So may the gray watch over you, guide you, protect you, and keep you from all harm. May they teach you right from wrong, and may you be worthy of them. May your thoughts, words, and deeds reflect truth, good, and light, the unicorn way. Find your joy and pursue it. Make that your guild choice when we get to Camp Zion. If you use drugs, stay happy and high. You have every right and reason to. Believe me, I know I wrote the book. Both of them. My name is Zion, and I love you way too much to ever say goodbye. So I'm going to say later now.